This is honestly like a Japanese pizza. Secret Japanese alleyways are always a good idea. Let's get outside of our comfort zone. Let's try this challenge. Chucheon, 메윤가, menos인가요? No matter where I go, I'm attracted, almost compelled, to try the street food. From the energy to the smells to, of course, the taste. An ultimate street food challenge, first spending a night in Osaka and later an afternoon in Seoul, seems like the perfect way to start the first adventure of 104 around the world in 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an area that honestly is like no other area I have ever been in the world. This section of the city is called Dotonbori, and basically it's just like the very center, like the heart of Osaka. And this energy stretches anywhere from back here to there to there. So honestly, I'm just gonna walk around, see what we can find, have the intention of finding one of the most popular foods here in Osaka. Let's just see what we stumble upon. Okay, so after walking around for a good 20 minutes here, the undisputed champion for most frequent food is takoyaki.
Oh, thank you. Eat now.
Eat now. Okay, so after walking around for probably a total of about an hour or so, finally, I found our first dish. Now this is a ball-shaped Japanese snack made from wheat flour, diced octopus, flaky tempura scrap, and on mine specifically, a bunch of green onions and of course that sweet mayo. Now, I'm excited to dive into this because it seemed like most people in that line seem pretty much like regulars slash locals of this area. So anyway, let's dive into that absolutely messy, juicy. Holy. Now, how we're gonna actually rate the differences between Korea and Japan are one, the taste, and two, the overall value. Is it crazy expensive? Is it overpriced? Or does it come at a pretty good value? Now, in terms of taste, this is not only fresh, but it's an absolute comfort food. Taking a look at the amount of octopus that's inside there, I'm impressed. The taste was amazing, everything seemed fresh, and to be honest, it came at a nice value. I didn't think we were gonna start out that strong, but holy bomb. All right, that's a pretty good way to start off. Okay, so welcome everybody to the absolutely electric Gwangjang market. Like the colors of the food around, the smells, the people talking, the people shouting out the different foods, the people just eating right in the middle of the market here. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Literally everywhere you look is just delicious food and people eating. Okay, so what I'm thinking after walking around this market for a couple minutes and just knowing Korean street food in general, the most frequent thing here is like what's at all of these stations. The kimbap, the sundae, and the takoyaki over there, the rice cakes. So I think for a first place, I'm just gonna try a sampler of all three of those.
Takoyaki.
Takoyaki, kimbap,
Kimbap.
sundae?
Sundae?
Yeah.
Okay, each of us.
First, yeah. Okay. This has to be the coolest view of any street food cart I've ever sat at. Like, just take a look at this view over here. The kimchi right in front of you, the bean sprouts, something like that. Oh my gosh, so I underestimated the amount of food that I would be getting here. So I went with three different things on three completely separate plates. One being the traditional Korean sausage of the sundae, which is a blood sausage made by steaming cow and pig's intestines and what looks to be stuffed with rice noodles. And next being the takoyaki, which is chewy rice cakes mixed with chili paste. I'm very scared of this one. And third being the food that's possibly my favorite Korean food, a food that makes me feel like I'm from Korea itself. A food that feels like it's just straight from the soul, the kimbap. So with these three plates in front of us, let's get started on our food journey today. We're just gonna slather it all in that spicy sauce here. And side note, it's probably a bad thing to start with. Oh my god, this takoyaki rice cake was insanely chewy. Now the interesting thing about this is the rice cake dish, it's all about the sauce. That chili-based sauce, it's just almost absorbed throughout the rice cake. So as you chew, you're just continuously tasting that spicy flavor. So mostly in spicy dishes, you just have that one time where it's like, okay, yeah, it's spicy, I've overcome the flavor. But with Korean street food, it's a constant just like, oh yeah, that's spicy, that's getting more spicy. More spicy, more spicy. Why is it not cooling down? Next up, the massive pig intestines. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of salt on there and let's go all in. It's warm, but also very fatty, which is the two combined for a very, very, very good combination. I just had a flavor that I was not expecting at all. So it would appear that this sauce is more of a wasabi-based sauce with just like a little bit of soy sauce in between, making for this just absolutely explosion of spiceful flavor that it's not spicy. The only way you can describe it is it cleans your sinuses out with it. Anyway, Korea, from your food to the beautiful eating environment here. Korea, you have taken the first round. Gosh, okay, so this next section I like to call asking a local. And if you guys have seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I like to communicate with locals pretty much in every video that I do. I mean, it's honestly the best way to discover a city. However, I'm normally in my comfort zone of speaking English to them. Now, I want to preface this by saying I do not speak Japanese, and I definitely do not speak Korean. But with my translated sentences here of, do you have a recommendation for food for me? Let's get outside of our comfort zone. Let's try this challenge.
Hey, hello.
食事は何が勧めですか?
食事. Dinner.
Dinner. Yeah.
Do you like kushikatsu? Kushikatsu, so
Yeah.
fry very.
Yeah. I love.
You love?
Yeah. Which where?
I introduce you.
Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name?
My name is Jalongi.
I'm a visitor. Yeah. I'm from New York. This is it right here. Okay.
Kushikatsu.
So cool. Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah. Great meeting you. Yeah. Great meeting you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Yeah. Have a nice day. See you. Bye, guys.
Take your rest.
Yes. I'll have tokukatsu, chicken meatball, the fried curry rice.
Fried curry rice.
Yeah, maybe the shrimp.
Shrimp.
Do you have a suggestion?
Let me say, my recommendation is a beef fillet.
Okay.
It's a very soft meat.
Okay, beef fillet is good.
Okay, one beef fillet.
Wow, those guys were so nice. They brought me to this place like down 2 different alleyways, and supposedly this is a super Osakan style restaurant called the Kushikatsu, which at its bare bones is basically any type of meat or vegetable deep fried. So I just got 5 different ones here, ranging from a beef curry to, of course, a shrimp with chicken meatball to beeflet and tokatsu. Dip it in the sauce over here, and no double dip.
Yeah.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's a recommendation.
Yeah,
My recommendation.
yeah, thank you so much for the recommendation. This is incredible. Also, when combined with that sweet and savory sauce, it makes for a salty, sweet, just incredible mashup of flavor. Holy cow. Oh my god. That one was literally like fried curry. So all I have to say is I'm happy I got a little bit outside of my comfort zone and asked these guys in Japanese where to go. I love this. I feel like I just went to my grandma's house and she gave me like this small little take-home bag because I couldn't finish all the food that I had. With that said, welcome back to the hour where I get outside my comfort zone. Now, I do have an advantage to Korean though. You see, about 4 years back, I was actually going to move to Korea, so I started full-on learning Hangul and was learning a couple Korean words. However, after a few months of studying Korean, I decided not to go to Korea and to Vietnam instead. So let's see if these couple months of Korean studying paid off a little bit. 추천 메뉴가 메뉴인가요? 추천 메뉴.
뭐가 있지?
빈대떡.
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 빈대떡이 영어로 뭐야?
Picture, okay.
나도?
Perfect. 감사합니다.
Thank
안녕히
you.
가세요. Okay. Now we have to go find a 빈대떡. 빈대떡?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I found 빈대떡.
여기 빈대떡
Okay, so we found our bibimbap. Now, I've eaten a bibimbap before many times, but I didn't actually know the Korean name for it. So we're learning and eating at the same time. So bibimbap is made from mung bean, assorted vegetables, and sometimes meat, but this one seems to be straight mung bean and vegetables. Also, I want to just talk about how impressed I am with the freshness of things here. Like when I bought this, I was watching the man next to her make the dough. And every place that I've seen just walking through here and been to, everybody's just been making things right out in front of you. Like this lady over here is making kimbap, she's making the pancakes. They're like literally making the takoyaki right there. Honestly, this market is unbelievable. But with that said, this is an edition of Bobby eating on the move here. She sectioned it out into two, but I think I'm just gonna go for the double bite here. Oh, this is dangerous eating it on the move. This is sit down good. You have to sit down because you just can't believe the flavor. It's like, oh my God. So for the Americans and also British people as well, because this is in an English breakfast, hash browns. This is like a Korean hash brown right here. And let me tell you, it is a damn good hash brown. I am overwhelmed by everything at this market. This is unbelievable. Okay, so we've had the most local food here, also a local's recommendation, an awesome recommendation. And although I love trying different places, this next place is one that I normally go to every time I'm in Osaka. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, from me, one of the best okonomiyaki in Japan. Thank you. Thank you so much. Best service. Yes. I'll take the beef tendon. Now what I love about this place is it's like hidden off the touristy area and it's like right down literally the skinniest alleyway you could ever find. Now the second thing is the grill is literally right on the bar area, so you can watch them grill up your juicy okonomiyaki. Wow. Arigato. Oh, every time I come here I just forget about how delicious this looks. Okay, so sitting in front of us here, we have what's called an okonomiyaki. It's basically a pan-fried dish consisting of batter and cabbage, and then the rest is kind of like up to you, ranging from anything from like seafood to meat to literally anything that you want in this like pancake of a dish. So without further ado, this is the climax of all Japanese street food for me. This is one of my favorite spots, so let's dig into this. Oh my God. Gosh, that looks unbelievable. This is the type of food that you feel like literally at the being of your core. A lot of times people describe it as a pancake. Sure, yes, it's fried on like both sides, kind of like a pancake. But for me, it's like something more than that. This is honestly like a Japanese pizza. That is just like heaven on a spatula right there. So for the third section of not leaving it up to chance to going to a place that I already know about, I actually don't have one here in Korea. So with that said, I'm just gonna walk around the market and see what looks incredibly good to me, and we'll see how it is. Bibimbap. Perfect.
Oh, dumpling?
No, just bibimbap. Okay, now watching bibimbap being made is possibly the best thing in the world. Now, bibimbap is possibly the best representation for the Korean cuisine. For me, the Korean cuisine is quite simple and based on absolute fresh ingredients. Like for some cuisine, it relies on the fat. For others, it relies on the spices. The Korean cuisine relies straight on the ingredients. Now, the specific bibimbap is made up of carrots, cabbage, lettuce, seaweed, bean sprouts, nori, and of course, a steaming hot bowl of rice. The Japanese cuisine at times is almost a perfect cuisine, having fresh meats and fishes. And on the other perspective, the Korean cuisine, it's almost like a party. Like you have flavors that just like explode. Some of the most vibrant flavors in the world. So they're both amazing. Both should be explored. Both should be appreciated. And these were two very, very happy days for me. So anyway, guys, leave a comment below of what you guys think of the Japanese and Korean cuisines. I'm always super interested to see what you guys think of these videos. So I'll see you guys next time and in the comment section. Yo, so as I said at the beginning of the video, today's video is the first adventure of 104 this year. I want to adventure farther and deeper than ever before. So to be sure you don't miss out on this journey, be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications.